Hi, I'm Matt Norman with Florida Native Boat Sales, and welcome aboard this 2021 Cayo 264 catamaran center console. This boat is powered by screaming twin 300 Mercury Pro XS's with barely over 100 hours and packaged with a 2021 custom-built AmeraTrail trailer. This boat is macked out, super well equipped. Very excited to bring this one to market. So come along, we're going to show you this boat up close and personal. So the 264 is a hybrid catamaran. It is now currently called the Costa 264 for those of you unsure of the Cayo branding. So there was a transition in ownership and rebranding there. But yes, so this thing is a hybrid catamaran, and hybrid meaning it is both bay boat friendly for inshore fishing and offshore friendly for blue water fishing. We're looking at 26.4 overall and a 10-foot beam that holds almost all the way to the bow, so you're going to have so much real estate and storage. You can see the engines are spread on either side so that your maneuverability in close corners is going to be excellent. And so again, only 116 hours per engine. Warranty has expired on them, so I wanted to mention that. But just overall, really, really clean, both on jack plates with SeaStar Optimus steering. So it's full electric power steering. And flanking both sides of the engines are two 10-foot black power pull blades for shallow water anchoring. And take a look how much room we have to walk into the boat between the two engines, right? So right behind me, there's a grab handle and a hidden ladder that we'll showcase. And it's just a nice, easy entry. So if you like to dive or just pleasure boat, in and out of the boat at the sandbar, what a great setup to walk between the engines. Very safe, very easy entry into the rest of the boat. So making my way into the aft cockpit, my eyes are drawn to this backrest right here. On both sides mirrored, and it's removable, but it really makes for some nice aft seating in a pinch. There is not a cushion that sits here that I've seen. One could get custom made, I'm sure, but you really don't even need it having this backrest here. And again, they're rod holders when you don't need these. Rip them out, and now you got a whole bunch of extra rod holders. Dual live wells, fully pressurized. They look like they're probably around 35, 40 gallons, plenty big enough. Bolsters are in great shape. I love that these hit you kind of right around the knee. So again, for that hybrid aspect, you can lean over and unhook a fish, unhook a tarpon, for instance, but you still have enough cockpit space in here to feel secure offshore. There also, under me, you can get a shot of not one, but two washdown hoses. So you have a freshwater washdown system on this boat and a raw water placed right here in the back that's out of the way, but then easy to get to. And then a plethora of storage that we'll get to right now. So in the catamaran theme, everything is double, right? Two engines, two live wells, two bilge accesses. And they're not just bilge accesses, they're also storage. So let's take a look at the starboard first. Two spots for two 5-gallon bucket. I have a Yeti bucket in right there, fits perfectly. You have access for your washdown pump, power pull pump, additional rigging. And then on the port side, everything mirrored, but then also a sea chest for your live well system. So very high end, very much a blue water setup. You're gonna get great longevity, and it's a very professional install. Also take a look at how clean these bilges are too. You can really see that the boat's been well taken care of when you look at a bilge and see how clean it is. So focusing in on the back side of the leaning post here that faces the aft cockpit, you have a plethora of tackle storage. So I love being able to organize tackle on a boat like this, a boat you're gonna be fishing offshore and inshore for that matter. But take a look at these drawers. You got multiple places to organize trays, drawers, and then Plano trays here. So a lot of gear can be right at your fingertips as you're re-rigging baits, and it's not cheating into your usable space back here for fishing. And there is absolutely no shortage of rod holders on this boat. Looking right above me, affixed to the backside of the hardtop, you have a total of 11 rod holders, including two Gemluck style kingfish holders that have adjustability. So whether you're rigging, whether you're running offshore, wanting to have just a plethora of rods, they're all gonna be up out of your way right here. And then of course we have a ton in the gunnels too, but great setup here for that matches your tackle system. As we start to make our way further forward, we can't forget about not one, but two additional floor storage compartments. This one on the starboard side is unique in the fact that it has a freshwater washdown option installed. So this is a nice, robust aluminum tank that houses your freshwater that you want to take on board. Looks to be about 20 gallons or so, and you would fill it right there. You do have some additional space. On the port side hatch, it is all wide open. So it could be a great fish box or large gear compartment. And both of them are on gas struts, have nice gutter system that all drain into the self-bailing cockpit out the back, and then have a nice undersided kind of gasket material right here, an EVA foam that allows it to be nice and quiet. And these compression hatches just push down and really seal this up nice and dry. So now we have stepped under the shade protection of this robust hardtop. I can't help but notice how cool of a setup we have here. So a Simrad autopilot uniquely installed back here. So you can utilize it if you need to, but again, you'll see in a second, I'm staring at a 24-inch Simrad, but this hardtop is color matched, dark gray to the hull. It flows very nice with all this pipe work, and again, this textured powder coating or potentially even a Line-X is in great shape, but again, throwing so much shade, and even if you're fishing on the side of the boat, you're in some shade coverage. So very, very nice hardtop that's housing plenty of lights. We have spreader lights both forward, aft, and side. And take a look at these JL speakers fit in here. This boat is equipped with not just a couple, but 10 JL speakers and 2 subwoofers. All controlled by the command center up here. Let's take a look at it. So as we focus in on the main helm, and that's right, the main helm, this is a dual station 3/4 tower boat. So we'll get to the tower in a minute, but we are greeted by a massive 24-inch Simrad MFD that is just giving us a beautiful display of photography, depth, radar, you name it. You can split screen it, you can grab all your engine data on there, and it just ends up being such a nice, clean, widescreen, big screen TV style display. And the reason why it is so clean is because they've tucked the switches for pumps and lights up above. You know, you're not going to get to those all the time, not nearly as much as your screen. And so they are easy to just reference and look up here, and they are all backlit, and they're the nice style push button displays, and it's a very nice clean look. Everything's very well labeled and easy to read. Around this Simrad, a couple things to point out here. Multiple sets of cup holders, your standard cup holders off to the right here. And then 2 additional ones tucked in just above the GPS, in addition to a little hidden compartment for things like maybe wallets, phone, keys, and a charge port in there. As we drop down from the Simrad, you have a dedicated Mercury VesselView gauge, so if you do want to just dedicate some engine data to its own separate screen, that is very nice. Same with the JL audio system. You can operate audio here, but now you have a dedicated spot right here with the Media Master 100. A Simrad remote feature, which allows you to actually operate this GPS using this little wheel and remote piece, which is cool. A Edson Comfort Grip steering wheel with a power knob, a very nice comfortable helm on a tilt base, and dual blinker style jack plate control for both of your engines, electro tab trim tabs which are lighted, and a power pull switch round out the helm. And we need to give credit where credit is due on these beautiful Lebroc seats that they put together on this boat and how well they're maintained. So it's dual captain's chairs. Every single one of these armrests lifts up as needed. And then you can go from full leaning post to lock in armrested bolsters to really lock you in when you're running offshore. These diamond stitching seats are very comfortable as well. And making full use of storage, this boat has designed batteries to be in here, along with a great spot for battery switches. So I like to see battery switches easy to get to. So as soon as you get to the helm area, you can pop on your switches. As soon as you're ready to leave and depart, turn everything off. Great setup right there, nice and clean, easy to read. And then on this side right here, this is housing, I believe, your engine batteries, 34 AGM Odysseys. Then there's more sets of batteries up forward that we'll get to. So a total of 7 batteries on board, but 2 of them are right here, nice and clean and easy to get to. So now I have the pleasure of showing you guys what this upper station is all about. Very cool setup. So you have this own dedicated platform right here with some nice sea deck, And I forgot to mention earlier, take a look at this nice Strata-glass enclosure that's going to keep the main helm nice and protected, but it flows very nicely into the upper station. And I love how this entry right here, again, it's not having to go through the sides, it's right up and over, so you'll use the footrests actually to kind of stand up and lift yourself up. You'll grab onto it right here. And then this is really sweet where you have this tinted kind of glass, and it's just a very easy pull to slide up. Let's see if I can do it pretty easily here. And then it's just a nice climb right on up here to the second station. And again, I am greeted by another tilt helm. Everything we have downstairs, critical component wise, is up here, which is great. Another Simrad screen flush mounted, our trim tabs, engine start stop, another binnacle that's full fly-by-wire Mercury. And this, although it's probably most commonly just a single person helm, there absolutely is enough real estate up here and enough comfort to have two anglers run right next to each other. A very, very nice, comfortable setup, complete with a footrest and nice sea deck fatigue relief. So from this upper station, you got the bird's eye view. You are ready to scout out the next pot of fish offshore. So as we make our way forward midship here, I want to pause and again look at how nice and robust this pipework is on the hardtop frame. You do have some steps here that if you did have the isinglass or the Strata-glass removed, you could sneak up into the tower from here. But I love where this boat hits me, and that as I transition to the bow, I can take advantage of the grab handle laterally on both sides. Some nice flush mounted cleats and rod cup combos. I love the rod cup combo holders on the gunnels because it has that dual purpose. There's really no negative to it. And it just makes for a cleaner look without always having to have rod cup. Also your fills on both sides midship as well for your fuel. But yeah, we can transition very nice forward since we have this nice 10-foot beam, and it makes it really easy to even pass two anglers walking throughout the boat on either side. Is going to make it very nice to transition to the bow or the back of the boat. So we have to pause and focus in on this chase lounge. 26-foot hybrid bay boat with a full chase lounge is a really, really nice setup with this diamond stitching, and underneath it is tons of storage. Before I even get to that, take a look. 4 rod holders per side and 1 cup holder per side. And this again is wide enough to sit 2 adults side by side and lounge out. And take a look at the hidden storage under the backrest. So this is going to give you access to additional rigging and some nice hidden storage. You got sea deck down below there, your Simrad VHF with a wireless command mic, so you can take that wireless mic to the main helm with you. Your 3 Odyssey trolling motor batteries for powering the bow mounted trolling motor, and then 2 hidden doors to more rigging, one being 2 additional house batteries. So again, a set of batteries under the leaning post, batteries here, and trolling motor batteries here for a total of 7 batteries on board. These gas struts hold this up nicely. And again, you can get into this hatch without obstructing the pilot's view. Now let's show you how easy it is to get into under the chase. So under here, again, a divider, which is really sweet. So again, I got my safety bag, backpack, some other miscellaneous gear, but you can pull this divider out. You could easily use this as a fish box if you wanted to have that. But what a great spot, maybe essentially for some dive tanks, you name it, right? Good depth in here. And again, really easy access just right here in the center part of the bow. So before we get all the way to the bow, right here, still in the forward section of the cockpit, are not 1, but 2 big storage bins. They're fully finished. I'm pretty sure I could lay down in there, nice and gasketed, and you got 2 of them up here. So these also have their own individual bilge pumps down at the bottom as well. Again, with this being the cat style hull, we're below waterline down here. But yeah, just a great use of space. Closes right on up. And so again, 2 big storage hatches up front on this 264. So right here, a double feature in my opinion. Not only a spot with a bolster right here that can really double as some nice opposing seating if you're pleasure cruising. And again, I'm pretty sure you could get a cushion for this piece, but the backrest is just enough. But then underneath, plenty of great storage. We have some gear in here, but then my favorite is that this ends up being a double and nice, easy step all the way to the bow. So not a uncomfortable step up. If you need to transition all the way to the bow and sight fish or throw a cast net, you can do so very easily because of this nice double step up. So this bow area is littered with storage and features. First thing I want to point out is a third live well up here. So it's a smaller, I would call it a pitch well, but you do have new water plumbing into here. And again, you can easily stash a few dozen baits here, so you can just replenish if your power pulled down without having to walk all the way to the back of the boat. And believe me, that actually is very useful on a 26-footer. On both sides of me right here and here are semi-finished storage. It's full painted gel coat, but it'd be a great spot for maybe some fenders, a secondary anchor, you name it. It's just kind of showing a usable space around the hull of the cat style hull. And then in the front right here is the dedicated anchor locker. What conveys is a aluminum fortress anchor, and the rod will shoot out right out the front. But then I'm gonna stand up here, and this is not just a small little spot that you could maybe throw a cast net. This is enough real estate for multiple anglers to be sight casting to, potentially on weed lines for mahi or tarpon or you name it. Plenty of deck space up here to really have that nice elevated viewpoint. And rounding it out at the bow is the star of the show, this Minn Kota iPilot electric trolling motor. It is got full GPS spot lock. It is the Terrova style mount, so manual deploy, but very robust Terrova mount on a quick release bracket, so you can remove the entire unit if you need to for service or just to get it off. It's got a shaft support piece right here too to keep it secure in rough seas. And again, it is a 36 volt, 112 pound thrust, 72-inch shaft length. So plenty of depth to get down on those rougher offshore days to still hold bottom exceptionally well. This is a great unit and really mirrors nice on the bow without taking up a ton of usable space. Well, thank you for joining me on this up close and personal walkthrough on this 2021 Cayo-built 264 hybrid catamaran. It's a brokerage listing of mine. Please reach out with any questions.